Hey, you can hit live on your Instagram now, hopefully.
Let's see if
It's not letting me.
It's not letting me yet either.
Yeah, it takes a minute sometimes.
Yeah, I think there's like a lag or there we go.
Yes, there we go. So it should be now because that. Okay, go live. Okay. And then I don't know if you can see how many people, but right now there's nobody. So I'm just going to say hello when people come on. Sometimes they're on and they just don't see them. So let's see. Hello. Let me know where you're from in the comments. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday already. Hope the weather's beautiful. We're having beautiful weather here in Sacramento. Looking for all my Sacramento followers. Anybody out there from Sacramento, let me know. And I want to introduce you guys to Michael Mayo. If you haven't met him or don't know about him, he's amazing. And I'll just, hi, Kelly. Let's see who else we got in here. Hi, Albert. And Albert signed up for your class already.
I did see that.
Yeah, I want to introduce everybody to Michael here. So I'm going to wait till a few more people get on, and then I'm going to kind of talk to him, and we're going to do some, well, Michael's going to do some readings and maybe some healings or something. Right, yeah. Michael?
Yes, exactly. Hey, Colleen. People in my own live are popping in. Hey, Colleen. Good to see you. Hope you.
Hi, Kathy from Woodland. That's close to Sacramento. So, Michael, I'm just going to read a little bit of your bio now that we have a few people on. Sure. So forgive it. I'm reading because I'm not good at, I have to read. Michael Mayo is an internationally trained medium, astrologer, and spiritual teacher. He developed his mediumship in the United Kingdom under mediums such as Gordon Smith, School of Intuitive Studies, and Eileen Davies, Arthur Findlay College. Michael brings a practical, grounded, and evidential style to his spiritual work. While developing his mediumship, Michael graduated from the University of California, Irvine, with a BA in psychology and social behavior and a BA in drama. With his passion for teaching and helping others discover their own unique spiritual connection, he has taught and studied in the US, Europe, and Australia. Now, I also want to mention, I don't read the whole thing, but you've been on, it's a long one, but you've been on oh my gosh, I just drew a blank. What's that network you're on?
Shift Network?
Shift Network, yes. You've also been on the Shift Network, correct?
Yeah, I've been on the Shift Network. I've done a bajillion podcasts. If you just type in Media Michael Mayo, you'll find.
Yes, I saw that. I typed that up. Yes.
Yeah, and that one's a little bit. Things you were saying is there, but added to that list is author. So I wrote a book. So that's a little outdated. You're reminding me I need to re-update that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, author. I wrote a book.
Your book?
Spirit Speaks. That's a step-by-step guide to developing mediumship. It was published by Llewellyn. So you can get that on Amazon. And also, I wrote that book to basically be able to hand something and be like, what do you need to know to develop mediumship? Here you go.
I love it. That's fantastic. There's a lot of books out there, but very few that I've liked. And so I'm going to have to check yours out, because what I do is when I find a book that I like for beginners, I buy a bunch of them and I give them to my students.
Amazing. Perfect. Well, I hope I'll have to bring you a copy when I can.
Yeah, I will have to. I'm going to read it and see, I feel like it's going to be amazing, because I do always felt drawn to your work. And I did enjoy doing your circle for the trans mediumship circle, which I really enjoyed doing, but then COVID kind of got in the way. And then I moved up here.
Yeah. That makes it difficult to be there for the circle.
and I do I've been working with Sharon in the UK right now on her physical mediumship and all aspects of healing, which I enjoy on Zoom. But I really do like to do in-person classes. That's just me.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I'm just that way. Hello, Kathy. You love Michael. I was there at a conference during the riots. Was back when? Oh, UCI, Michael? I'm not sure what that means.
She loves UCI is what she loves. Is what she's saying. She was there at UCI.
Oh, UC Irvine. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm trying to put this together in my brain.
I know, you're like, what is going on? I do have one person who's read my book in my comment section on my Instagram.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I love you too. I love your book.
Highly recommend. The book name again? Somebody's asking on Instagram on my page.
Spirit Speaks. Spirit speaks.
I'm going to put it in here, the comments here on Instagram.
Yeah, this is the.
I usually have a moderator, but you know, it's Saturday.
You know what? That's okay. We are our own moderators here, also.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm always looking at the screen here.
Another
So, when you put it in yours, I see it.
Medium Jennifer Carpenter also says, love that book.
All right. That is awesome. I'm going to add that to my book. You know, I have the crystal store and it's mainly crystals, but I'm going to slowly incorporate books from mediums that I really, you know, respect and want in my store so that I could recommend them and people can buy them. So I have Colby's book because she's been here twice now.
Oh, amazing.
I have my books, which I've only written a chapter in each one. It's a collaborative books, 2 different ones. But I want to bring in more. I'm going to get your book. I'm going to get some other people's books, but I'm not carrying a lot of books in the store for, you know, a specific reason, mainly because they don't make a big profit.
Sure.
I'm a crystal store. I'm not a crystal bookstore. I've had a crystal bookstore and I'm a crystal store. I have a lot of crystals, but I do want to offer like specialized books that are for training and developing. And I want to, there's some I want to buy from some of the Arthur Findlay tutors as well, because there's a lot of good ones. I love Gordon Smith. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
At his workshop in Culver City.
Yeah. That was the one that I brought him over and hosted him. Yeah.
That was awesome. I love it.
That was a really fun one.
I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I really liked his energy. He reminds me of Tony Stockwell because he's just very open and he's not rigid like some of the UK mediums can be.
Yeah, the SNU mediums. Exactly. Yeah.
I like that he's more like, you know what, this could be this way or that way. It doesn't have to be just this way. Because you know we're not all the same.
That is exactly how I feel. 100%.
Yeah. It's sort of like what's wrong with our school systems. Like they're treating all the kids like they're one kid, but they're not. They're all unique. And they all have their own learning, you know, just like in anything in the world, we learn differently, each of us.
Absolutely.
So I love that he's so open to everything.
Well, and especially with mediumship, I mean, you are your mediumship. You are the one that is bringing through this information. And so it's going to be unique to you. Do I believe that there are some foundational things that are consistent across the board? Absolutely. And that's what I try to teach people. I don't teach them tips and tricks, and this is how you do this. I teach you what is going to actually apply to all forms of spiritual work, whether you're doing healing, mediumship, trance, psychism. If I teach you that, then that's what's going to support you in all your work. So to me, it's really about discovering what's the universal sort of experience that is to be had. And then that from everything else grows.
I love that. I feel the same way about healing. I've always been a healer, but never like practiced or developed it until recently. But I have taken some courses on trance healing and I've done a lot of that. And I'm recently doing Reiki. I'm getting ready to get Reiki certified as a master Reiki in November. But you know, my belief is like, I'm learning this, I'm learning the trance healing, I'm learning all aspects of healing. I feel like I need to take a little bit of each one that resonates with me and use that versus I'm a Reiki master and this is all I do.
Right.
You know, I feel drawn to sound for healing. I feel drawn to crystals for healing and the Reiki and the trance heal. I feel like a little bit of each. And I think, you know, that's what, when I take these courses, like I'm just going to get like the information that really resonates with me. And I always tell my students, like, you need to learn from not just me, but from everybody. Sure. Because I can't teach you everything. I'm only one person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that you're bringing up the healing, because that's something that I've been working with and working on. And I don't know if you ever heard of the healer Charlie Goldsmith.
I have, but very little. I have to do more research on him. Is he in Seattle?
No, he is Australian.
Okay.
And, he had a TV show called The Healer. It was on TLC in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. So
there's another Charlie Goldsmith.
Oh, okay. Crazy.
Yeah, in Seattle. So I wasn't sure which one you were talking about.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so this Charlie Goldsmith has, been studied by medical facilities and is currently being studied by the U.S. government, being studied by research medical universities in the East Coast, and is because he gets amazing results. And I happen to learn the style, I guess, because it's not a modality, it doesn't have a name. I happen
I
to
don't think we
learn
have to
from
name
that.
everything.
Totally.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've been doing a lot of, and actually what I plan to demonstrate while I'm there. And I'm happy to demonstrate it today. So I don't know how many people are in here right now, but if
Well, we have about 9 or 10 people on here with my, I don't know. I really don't know how StreamYard counts the peoples.
Yeah, I know. Neither do I.
I have just a few people on Instagram right now. I have 9 or 10 that it's going up and down on between Facebook, YouTube, and my Facebook, thing. So we have about probably 12 people on my end. I don't know how many you have on your end. I feel like
I
we
got
have
9, I think, in mine right this exact
so
second.
you might have the same numbers as me then. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I never know how that works either.
I don't either. I'm like, I have to research it more. It's not my forte, but we definitely excellent book from Timothy Gardner. And he says you're an extraordinary medium, and I believe that. I have not seen you personally work.
Yeah.
But I'm very intuitive. I am a psychic, and I could just say, you're amazing.
Yeah, Timothy has actually had a reading with me before.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited for you to come next weekend. I mean, I was so excited to be able to host, like, I wanted the crystal store, but like an event center crystal store, right? Yeah. So that I could host different mediums so I could bring you guys to Sacramento, because to be honest, there's not a huge amount of mediums like you can get in Southern California up here to learn from. It's slim pickings, and I am just one person. I can't help everybody, and I feel like my forte is really the beginners to intermediates, and when it gets to the advanced level, I'm like referring them off to people like you, or I send a lot of people to Medium Fleur or to Tony Stockwell, like other people, or the Arthur Findlay College, because that's where you need to like really take it to the next step. I feel is somebody that has many years of experience, that's extensively trained. Training is very important. I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a natural medium. I didn't need training." But yeah, you get a lot of that in this area, and not to put them down because they are amazing, but they haven't learned certain things like discernment, how to understand certain things the way they come through. They're misinterpreting it, and so there's been a lot of fear-based mediumship in the Sacramento area that really, I end up getting these people that are just broken because somebody said, "Oh, your loved one's stuck. We can't get through to him. He's not, he's not on the other side yet." How can you imagine? I'm a mom who lost a child. If someone told me that about my child, I would be so devastated if I didn't have the knowledge I have.
Absolutely.
And so that's been my thing, really, is just to educate the people in my community that, there is love over there, and that your loved ones are with you and they're not stuck.
100%. And I know that that's part of the reason why I created my online school, Oak Bridge Institute, who I teach along with Medium Megan and Lisa, for anyone who knows who that is. And that's why I created it, was to be able to provide high quality education pretty much from anywhere, obviously, because it's online.
Yes.
Because there is so much of that. I call it the wild, wild west. Like when it comes to, people and the types of information that's out there about mediumship and all of this, I call it the wild, wild west. So
yeah, it is.
So you have to be careful, because you're going to get people who are going to tell you things that are just not true. And it's whether they're just regurgitating what they were told, or whether they are, misunderstanding or misinterpreting their own experiences because they haven't learned how to set aside their own beliefs, biases, and opinions. All of that plays a role in our experience. So, it's important for us to have a place that is safe. You're not going to be bullied. You're not going to be treated poorly, because I don't know if you've heard any of the crazy stories that you sometimes hear from teachers and how they treat their students. It's, to me, important to create a safe learning environment.
I totally agree. I'll be honest, there's one teacher, I'm not going to name his name, but he terrifies me. He yells and he screams at everybody. And I've had so many friends that I've taken his course because people love him, and they like left there so distraught and wanted to quit mediumship because he made them feel like they were nothing, and they're the most amazing mediums. So I totally agree that that is not the way to teach.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly what you're
I know
talking
you know who I'm talking about. But my mentor, my main mentor who I work with the most was Mavis Patilla, who has passed away.
about.
And I'll just say this, like I felt like I was learning from mom. You know, she can be tough, but it was with so much love.
Mm-hmm.
And she can push you. But again, it wasn't like, okay, I won't lie, I did throw up. She we did a workshop in Seattle, and we had to all do a dem, and I had never demmed and gotten up in front of anybody. And it was my turn after lunch, and I just like I got sick. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
But I did great, and she stood behind me and like raised the energy. And I have to say, she gave me the courage that really kind of put me where I'm at now. So I do appreciate her for that. Another teacher might have yelled at me.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing is like, our whole thing is to make you feel relaxed and free and surrendered. And the reason is mediumship is hard enough to deal or to develop without the added pressure. So just you getting out of your own way and your own anxiety and pressure that you put on yourself is enough to cause stress and anxiety and all of that sort of thing. You don't need someone outside of you that you're trying to learn from.
Right.
To also be putting that pressure on you. So for me, the whole mentality is to help people find a safe, relaxed, surrendered space. The more that they're in that space, the easier their mediumship is going to work. So that's kind of the philosophy of how I teach.
I love that. And that's kind of my philosophy too. Are you a Libra?
No, I'm
You
not
feel
Pisces.
so balanced, like I'm a Libra. So you just have a lot of like I don't know. You just make me feel like you might be a Libra. What is your sign?
I'm a Pisces sun.
Oh, that's my son. He's a Pisces.
Yeah, I'm Pisces sun, Taurus moon, Capricorn rising. So it's probably where you're experiencing some of the balanced.
Yeah, I just feel like it's like, oh, I'm like he's just like I've got similar things here. I love this.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I mean, Libras are indecisive, and I'll be the first to say I'm so indecisive. But when I know something and my gut's telling me, I'm not indecisive at all.
Sure.
Not like my husband, the Sagittarius. He's like a typical Sagittarius. He's more indecisive than me.
Yeah, Sagittarius are fun. It's funny enough, I have like a million Sagittarius friends.
Me too. I feel very drawn to Sagittarius people.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a ton of them.
And Virgos. I'm like really drawn to Sagittarius and Virgos. And for some reason, I attract a lot of Aries. And I think it's because my family's, we have like 2 people that are Aries in my families, and my daughter's an Aries. So I seem to now attract a lot of people that are Aries. So
well, that makes sense.
It's a life lesson.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Well, did you want to try to do a couple? I know there's somebody asking questions. Does mediumship help with communication for dementia patients? That is a great question. Oh my gosh, I love that question. But I'm gonna hear what you say.
Yeah, so mediumship meaning like being able to connect with that person while they're in that state of dementia.
That's what I believe they mean. Yes.
Yeah, so that's something that has actually happened quite a bit in my experience of seeing, where you'll have someone communicating who is still living, but maybe in the later stages of dementia, or perhaps in some other unconscious state, something along those lines. And it actually, I do believe that we can actually communicate with them, because remember that the brain acts as an inhibitor of consciousness. So really, it's about when we're going to pass or when other things are going on, this is disinhibition that is occurring. And so when you have so much damage to the brain and all that sort of thing, there's oftentimes an ability to sort of loosen that hold. And so your spirit awareness is able to kind of communicate more clearly. So it's that disinhibition of the brain that I think allows us to be able to have these communications while people are still living.
And I love that, because my mother had dementia, dementia. What's the other? Alzheimer's. She was a little bit, I don't know which one exactly, but she definitely went on for 15 years, and she'd have, like, moments of complete clarity, and then moments of, like, she was gone, she didn't know who we were, she was confused, she didn't know what year it was, and she would call me up on the phone, and she'd be like, "Can you see if the apartment next to you in Santa Monica is available?" And I'm like, "Mom, I live in Sacramento." You know, she would do crazy stuff like that for years, and when I was developing and I was going to my workshops, people would bring through my mom.
Mm.
And at the same time, one time when I was in Seattle, I did this workshop, they brought through my mom, and my sister was actually with my mom at the nursing home that day, and my mom's like, "I need new shoes, they're coming to get me," and my sister's like, "Who's coming to get you?" She's like, "The people. We're gonna go visit Kelly." And she came through in my readings, and she kept talking about the telephone, and because I had been on the phone with my sister laughing, going, "Oh my gosh, she does not need shoes, she can't even walk," like, we were laughing about it. And then she came back after that, and I had her come through. She went to my sister and said that she saw me and she had a great time and that I was somewhere by Seattle. And my sister's like, "What?" So she totally connected and they totally brought her through. It was amazing. So to me, there's no doubting it.
Yeah.
There was no, and I oftentimes will bring through people's parents that are in like Alzheimer's state or dementia state or coma.
Yeah, I mean, that can absolutely happen. 100%. I've seen it happen. I do have a question in my thing, but before I come to that question in my Instagram, what I do want to do is offer to, I don't know who's here, but whoever's here, if you are experiencing any kind of physical pain right now, if you're experiencing anything that's like causing you a demonstrable pain, so whether it's, body aches, pains, whatever, and you want me to do an example of the healing work that I do, you can let us know what your issue is. And then if it seems like something that we can potentially work on, what I would love to do is to see if we can bring them up and have them come up here. And then I'll do a demonstration of the healing work that I do. So yeah, but I want to answer.
Wait, I'm going to post an invite link for people to come backstage, and then we can pick from the backstage people.
Sure.
So if you come backstage, please make sure that you disconnect from like wherever you're watching this from, Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, because otherwise it'll have a lot of feedback. Make sure your video is working and your microphone is working, please.
So
okay.
To remind you, you have to have a measurable pain right now. So let's say you have some sort of thing going on. Let's say you have like a back pain or shoulder pain or something like that. Has to be able to be tested. So repeatable, consistent. So right now you have 0 being no pain, 10 being, the worst pain you've ever had. Has to be happening right now. If you have a pain that kind of comes and goes and things, it's not a good thing to do an example of. So if you have something like that, do put it in a request. And then I will work on you and see if I'm able to make any changes for you in this moment. I want to answer this question really quick. I'm asking for signs for my brother who passed. He used to give them, but not anymore. Should I stop asking and let him be at peace where he is? I just miss him so much, and that's why I need his signs. So, Nina, I do want to answer this one for you because it is an important question.
That's a great question.
You are never bothering those in spirit. They are always with you. They're always around you. The only difference is that we're not aware that they're around us. And so that's really, really important to understand is that we as people can tune into our loved ones and have an awareness of them. You have to learn how to quiet and still your mind, become passive and receptive. And it doesn't have to be totally still, but just where you're paying more attention to the feeling rather than the images. We have a lot of misconceptions of what we should be expecting, and that tends to cause us to be looking for something that's not happening. So just talk about specifically signs. You can ask for signs, but what I would offer to you is don't ask for something specific. Offer to the spirit world, hey, if it's possible, can you let me know or give me this sign and bring it to me when I'm ready? If you offer it that way, I am certain that you're going to be able to get something from your brother. The other thing is you said he used to give them, but now he doesn't. It could be that you are in a different stage of your grieving process, and it may be important for you to kind of work on other aspects of that grieving process. But do want to tell you, Nina, that there's absolutely no question in my mind that he's with you, that he's watching you, that he's around you. The only difference is that you're here to learn and grow and develop, and that's what we are. This is your time period to do that. It may not necessarily involve him giving you signs, but offer it to him in the way that I described, and then let us know if that changed anything for you.
And I also, there's a lot of people that want healing. So I'm letting you all know, please, I'm sending the link to you in the comments. Please look, it's also up here. Join us backstage, and then we can bring you up on the screen with us. If you don't want to be seen on the screen, you can definitely turn your camera off, but have your voice, make sure your mic works. Otherwise we can't. Oh, look at, here's Rose. You ready for Rose?
Yeah, let's have a chat with Rose.
Hello, Rose. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. And yourself?
Great. It's been years.
I know. It's been
Years.
very, very hectic the past couple of years.
I'm sorry. I know there's been a lot going on. Well, I know you just from development circles, but not personally. And I don't know if Michael knows you from development circles or anything. I'm not sure.
No,
okay, so I don't think Michael knows you. So I'm going to let you work with Michael.
Pleasure of working with. Yeah.
Amazing.
Michael and I
Rose,
work together. We'll be
Rose,
excited.
can I ask, are you connected to your Wi-Fi? You're just cutting out a little bit. So I want to either get on your Wi-Fi or get off your Wi-Fi and see if which one is better.
I agree. Yes. It's choppy.
Okay. Hold on.
We're a little bit clearer now, so I don't know if anything changed.
But my Wi-Fi does that at home too. If I'm on my phone, it's choppy, and I have to get off of it.
Exactly.
Wait, my Wi-Fi was off, so hopefully now that
Oh, well, maybe you needed to connect to it. Oh, wait, you froze.
We're gonna see the joys of working online. This is what they are.
Exactly. You just have to roll with it.
Okay.
There, you're back.
There we go. I think you're okay now.
Okay.
Okay. So, Rose, it's nice to meet you.
Hi.
I want to check in with you. What's the issue that you're dealing with right now?
I have arthritis in my spine.
Okay.
And I've had it for a number of years, but it's getting worse lately.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, a couple of Motrin in the morning takes care of it for the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not cutting it anymore.
Okay.
It's like 3 hours into a Motrin, and I'm like ready to pop another pill.
Okay, gotcha. Right now, what is the pain level?
It's about a 2.5 to a 3 right now.
Okay.
But if I get up and move around, like I have a bunch of people coming for dinner tonight, so I'm working on that. And then when my back hurts really bad, then I stop and I sit for half an hour, and then I go back to it.
Okay. If you were to get up right now and have a little walk around, what would happen?
It would raise that level up to about a 4 or 5.
Okay. Can you get up right now and walk around just a few steps, and then just have a little walk around your room, and then let's see what the pain comes to.
My knee has decided to be stiff today too.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Knee stiffness. All right. Okay, what are we noticing?
It's just an annoying ache at the moment. It's not getting...
Yeah, that's fine. If it's just an annoying ache. Can you tell me exactly where the pain is?
Just right above my waistline in the back.
Okay, yep. So lower back, just above the waistline, right at the center?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you can go ahead and have a seat. And so we're going to go with a level 2 pain, is what it sounds like. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. So lower back, 2 pain. Okay, so we're going to start off. So you can go ahead and have a seat. And as long as you can retest it, just so you'll notice if it starts to relieve, that's what I need to know. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to use multiple different techniques. And after each one, I'm going to check in with you to see if there's any relief or difference. If don't be afraid to say no, because I need to know if something I'm doing is not working so I can try something else and see what will be the thing. A good example of this is I had someone who had long COVID and they had no taste. And I did 8 different techniques, and it was number 7 that brought back their sense of taste. And so I'm going to keep working through the different techniques to see which one's going to help to give you some relief today. Okay.
Okay.
Amazing. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. All you have to do is just right now, you can still feel that level 2, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So give me just a minute, and I'm just going to see what can happen. Okay, Rose, I want you to just check in there. Did that do anything to the pain? So maybe move it around a little bit. Do you notice any difference?
I have like a bit of a glow, I'd call it. There's a sensation, but the pain is still there, but it
Okay.
just
It's okay. That's just the first technique. So if
kind
it's
of
stated
highlighting
2,
itself.
if it's stated 2, that's okay. Let me move to the next one. Okay. What do we notice? Any difference in the pain?
I don't have any difference in that at all.
Okay, so that was still this a 2, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I move to the next one. Do you mind standing up for a second and having a little walk around?
Not a problem.
What do we notice when we walk around?
It's not as uncomfortable as it was before.
Okay, so we have a reduction in it. So if it was a 2 before, what is it now?
I'd say we're probably down to about a 1.
Okay. Good. Okay, you can have a seat. Sometimes if we're still in the same position, it's sometimes hard to measure. That's why I have you get up and walk around just to see.
I'm going to go to a different chair this time.
Okay. Good. So still a 1?
Yes.
Okay, great. Give me a second. You said right at the base of the spine, just like above, like around the waistline, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I'm waiting to check that.
Okay, right now I can feel my entire spine. It doesn't hurt, but I'm very aware of it,
Sure.
where I wasn't before.
Mm-hmm. I was just working on your whole spine, so that may be why you're feeling it a little bit more. As far as your pain in the lower back, what do you notice? Any difference?
No, it's still like at a 1.
Okay, and then I want you to stand up and just give it a little walk and see what happens.
It feels really weird.
Yeah, weird how. Keep going.
It's like I know that it's there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not killing me.
Yeah, well, that's the point. That's what we're trying to do.
It just the awareness of it is just kind of a
Yeah, so give me a second. Let me do just a little bit more here. We'll see if we can get rid of it for you, okay?
You would be my friend.
Thing is backs are always tricky because finding the source of what it is can be coming from multiple things. So that's why it takes a little bit longer to kind of get this to go. That's why I have to try different things to see if I can get what I need to go. Hold on. Because sometimes it could be coming from a joint pain, sometimes it could be a muscle tension, sometimes it could be the arthritis. So it's having to do a bunch of different things to see if we can't move some of this out.
Well, mine I've been told is from arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was some issue because of my knee, because I had my knee replaced a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's not perfect yet.
Okay.
Still has a lot of tightness in it. So when I overwalk my knee, and then it goes up to my hip because it's tight.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want you to just double check that lower back. How's it feeling now?
It's not feeling bad.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that everything is gone because there's still
Yeah, good. I want you to be honest. That's good.
a little bit of tension still in there.
Sure. But tension is different from the arthritic pain. So if you pay attention to the arthritic pain, how is it?
I would say I'm probably getting less than a 1.
Yeah, probably like a 0.5 maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, perfect. So what we're going to do, I'm going to leave it there. We're going to let it kind of do its work. Normally I can get everything to 0, but we are going to leave it there just because of time. Let me know how you're getting on the rest of the day. So you can email me at mediummichaelmayo@gmail.com. Which is a great way to get in contact with me, or you can message me through any of my socials, Media Michael Mayo, and I'm happy to follow up with you and work on you again to see if we can get more movement in this. If that works for you.
That's wonderful.
Awesome. All right, Rose. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're muted, I think, Kelly. We can't hear you.
I'm going to put you backstage. Okay. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you, Kelly. Good to see you.
You too. Bye. So we have Kathy and Ariel that would like to come. I'm going to let you pick.
Sure. Well, let's hear what their issues are because I want to see if we can get something that packs are usually tricky. Packs usually take a while, but let's see.
You want to bring them both up?
Sure, bring them both up. Let's see.
Hello, ladies. Welcome.
Can you hear us?
Oh, we lost Ariel.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hi, what's your name? Kathy?
Okay. Kathy.
Okay, awesome. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, what's going on today?
My left wrist.
Okay, what's going on with your left
I had
wrist?
a tumble last Sunday. My left wrist.
Mm-hmm.
I fell to the ground last Sunday
Mm-hmm.
on all fours, and I tried to break the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I broke it because there was no bruising or swelling,
Sure.
but I have had intense pain when I try to do this with my left hand, and I have pain on my right side of my back now.
Okay. So when you
So
twist it right now, if you were to try to do it,
it-
you don't have to, but if you were to twist it, it would cause you a lot of pain.
Yes.
Okay. What's the number of pain when you twist it like that?
When I fell, I tried to break my fall with my hand like this,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it almost hyperextended.
Sure.
But I've never had this much pain. It's not as bad as childbirth, but I'm a strong, high tolerant pain level person.
Sure.
But I can't use it because every once in a while I get a sharp pain.
Yeah. So right now, when you did that, what was the pain when you turned it all the way, when you did a turn? What was the pain number, 1 through 10?
This one,
Yeah, the hurt one, yeah.
it goes up to a 10. When I go
It's not bad.
inward, this is my right hand. When I go inward, I see God. And it
Okay.
hurts.
Oh my gosh.
Like I want to draw, like I want to, yeah, I feel like I want to pull back my arm and I know I'm going to drop something.
Sure.
And
Okay.
I've never
So
experienced this.
how about right now, if you just did nothing, what's the pain if you don't move it at all?
There's no pain if I don't move it. It's when I
Okay,
move it.
So we're going to have to
The pain's
do
in my
that,
back.
test the pain. We're going to have to turn it to test the pain. Are you okay are you comfortable with doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you turn it right now, it's what?
It's like a 6 or 7.
Okay. And then what about your back
When I
pain?
turn it the opposite direction, my back pain, it's like an 8.
Okay. And where is it located?
In my back, lower, below the shoulder area, from the bra line to about my hip level.
Okay. So kind of mid-thoracic to, okay. And that's to the lower back. Okay. And then what's that pain? You said 8, all of it or just some of it?
It's a dull pain, but it reaches pains of 6 to 8 constantly.
What is it right now? What is it right now?
It reminds me, if I do deep breathing, it gets better. Right now, it's probably a 6.
Okay, so we got 6 in the moving, 6 in this. So I'm going to try to get as much done as I can in the next little bit because I do have to jump off here at the hour. So if I'm not able to get it to fully 0, do message me so I can work on you again, okay? Okay, so just give me a minute. So I want to just check in with your back. How's your back feeling right now? Any difference? What do you
It does feel better. Amazingly, it feels better. It's better.
Good. How
not
much?
stiff.
If it was a 6 before, what is it now?
It's like it feels like it's slowly diminishing to like a 4.
Okay,
It's
good.
not how it was.
Good, perfect. Let's just check our wrist really quick. How's your wrist doing?
It's better.
Good.
It
What
doesn't
number?
hurt as much.
Good. What is it getting to? It
I'd
was a
say
6 before.
it's like a 3.
Yay.
What'd
Okay,
you
great.
do?
I'm doing healing. So give me another second. Let me see if we can get it even
Are
lower.
you doing something?
Yeah, let me see if we can get it lower. Okay. I need to check your wrist again and then check your back.
My wrist feels a lot better.
If it was a 3 before, what is it now?
I would say it's like a 1. I feel like I have almost complete movement to it. I'm not feeling any pain when I turn it. That's amazing.
Is it 0 pain or is it 1 pain?
I would say it's a 1. Just
Okay, great.
very,
Perfect.
very slight. But I could do this a little bit ago. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's what we want to hear. And then check your back.
That's great.
How's your back feel?
Very, 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 very little pain. Very low.
If it was a
very-
4, what is it now?
Just a little bit.
So would
I'd
it
say
be
it's like a 2.
a 2?
Not
Okay.
as severe as it.
So each time where you can see
Between
we're
a 1
making-
and a 2.
Perfect. Good.
A little bit,
so
yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to see if we can get everything to 0. Okay, I want you to check in there. What are you noticing? I can see you're breathing. You noticing something as you're breathing there?
I'm trying deep breathing, and I feel like things are moving easier than they have in the last week.
Amazing.
It felt like my back kind of cracked, which felt good.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's very common to
yeah.
experience releases and things like that when I'm working on someone. So as far as your back pain right now, where are we at?
I don't have any back pain right now.
That's what we like to hear. How about your wrist? Let's do a little this and see how we go.
No pain.
There you go.
No pain.
Amazing. Awesome. So what I want you to do is to what I want you to do, Kathy, is I want you to send me an email or send me a message so that I can keep track of you. And then if it does come back, because sometimes the pain will come back, what will happen is if it does, two things can happen. Sort of like what we call a healing journey. If you've ever done a detox where you sort of feel like crap before you feel better, sometimes that happens where like the pain might come and like grow and then sharply drop off, and then that's when the healing sort of is complete. So just know that may happen. So don't freak out if that happens. What I do want to do is be able to reach out to you in a few days to check in and see how you're doing. And if I need to work on you again, because sometimes we do have to work on it 2 or 3 times to get full healing. So I want to say that. So if you'll just go ahead and email me, mediummichaelmayo@gmail.com. Okay?
I'll do that. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I hope you feel better the rest of your day.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
That was incredible. Kathy, are you from I was going to ask her if she's from Sacramento. Because I think she might be in Sacramento.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's
I'm trying to go to your website, but it's not going on my Moxie Crystal site for some reason. I don't know why, but I will post it after the fact.
Sure. Yeah. So that's basically kind of the healing work that I do. I have about an 80% of people, because I've recorded every single healing I've ever done, and I've kept all the numbers of everything. So I have I'll get people to 0 in about 73% of people, and then no matter what the problem is, and then I'll get moderate improvement, like 6 points or more improvement, and probably like 10 to 20%, no, 10, 11%, something like that. So really, like, the significant change happens in about 80% of people.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So
I have a question about that. I know you've got to go in a minute. My husband's been injured since May, and he can't walk. He has a herniated disc, which is affecting his left leg. It's herniated to the hip bone area. It's going out to the side instead of to the back. And we have done acupuncture. We've done myofascial release therapy. He has had nerve blockers. Like, he's done everything, and he's in so much pain. How does it work with people like that? Because I'm bringing him.
100%. I absolutely have made progress with that. Now, the tricky thing is like what works on one person doesn't necessarily work on another person. So I can even be working on the same issue in multiple people, and it still might
different for everybody.
not work. So, but the good news is that there's generally only like 10% of people that nothing happens. And so any improvement is probably better than no improvement. So really, if you think about it, I'll make some sort of improvement in 90% of people that I interact with. And I've worked on herniated discs many times and have been able to provide some relief. So,
and one more quick question before we go. I gotta go. Do you feel that the 10% of people that came and don't feel any relief, do you feel like maybe perhaps they're skeptical or they're closed off to receiving it?
Not at all.
Okay, I was just curious.
I have found that it doesn't matter what anyone believes. It's either going to work or it's not going to work.
Okay.
And so even people who believe a ton may not work. People who literally think it will never happen. The first time I ever did this, I didn't think it was going to work. And neither did the person that I was doing it on thought it was going to work.
Okay.
From their sciatica pain from 8 to a 0. And they were great after that. So.
And do you do this long distance? Like, do they have to be
I just did it.
Well, I just want to clarify that to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people are like, oh no, it has to be in person. But I've had some amazing healings not even like on Zoom, just like they're in their location, I'm at my location, I'm laid down in my room, and I know they're sending healing, and I feel it.
Yeah.
So
No, it absolutely works at a distance, 100%.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So hopefully people will join us.
Yeah, I put all the links in the
Saturday and
comments,
Sunday.
guys.
Perfect.
So check them out. I put the links for all of his events. Next weekend, Friday night is the Dem. Saturday is the workshop. Moxie Crystals will be closed that whole day because we'll be hosting the workshop. And then Sunday night is the Healing Dem. And I will be at all three.
Awesome.
So definitely join us if you're from Sacramento. And I know not everybody's live on us, but I'll make sure it posts on my pages and stuff so that they can watch it after the fact. And thank you so much. I'm sorry I couldn't make it last night, but today was amazing. And it was really fun to watch that. And I love how you helped Kathy and Rose, because they're two amazing people that deserve it. And so I'm really grateful for that. So thank you so much, Michael.
Well, I'm grateful for you, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
All right. I look forward to it too. I'm excited. I hope we have an amazing crowd of loving people. That's what I'm putting that energy out there.
Me too. Awesome. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.